Hi class, let's take a few minutes and chat about your upcoming final papers. They are due next Wednesday, a week from yesterday, December 12th. Please make sure that they are turned in on time. No late work will be accepted. I am happy to provide one round of early feedback on those papers as long as they are submitted to me via email no later than Sunday, December 9th at 11 p.m. So please make sure and do that. If we've talked about an extenuating circumstance, please remind me of that, and I will take that into consideration as we move forward. Please make sure that these final papers are good. In some cases, you can use them in your portfolio as you go to apply for jobs and internships. They should be good. Put this in your mind. I was going to make myself a shirt, but I ran out of time. No personal pronouns. Do not put personal pronouns in these final research papers. No I, we, us, me, you, nothing like that. Do not put them in those professional papers. Say it to yourself. There is no I in research. There is no I in research. Do not put that in your final paper. Make sure that you read through the rubric and that all of the sections of the final paper are there. There is a 6-page limit. And what does the 6-page limit mean? It means that you have 6 pages of text. That doesn't include your cover page or an abstract. It doesn't include your references. It doesn't include any appendices. It means you have 6 pages of text. It also means that if you're running over into a 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th page, I'm not going to read those. I am going to grade your paper based on the first 6 pages of text. So everything that you need to meet the requirements of the rubric must be included in those first 6 pages of text. If you are one of those groups that has created a lot of really excellent charts and tables, but you're running out of space, strongly consider moving those into the appendices. You need to explain them enough in the text so that the reader has the context and so that the reader understands the results of those charts and tables. But if you want to supplement, you can always say, for additional information, see table whatever, appendix A, or whichever appendix you decide to include it in. Taking out those charts and tables that are less relevant is a really good way to save space. Another really good way to save space is to go back to that literature review section and remove all of the sources that are irrelevant to your final project. The literature review was meant to give you a general overview of your topic as a whole, and it's very likely that there are some sources that are less relevant now that your topic has kind of meandered its way along. Please remove those. Great way to save space. Another thing you need to do, your methods section needs to be written in past tense. Why? Because you've already completed everything. Don't say, we plan to do this. First of all, don't say we, but say the researchers plan to do this. No, the researchers have done it. So go through and edit that method section. Tell me what you did, not what you planned to do. In a lot of cases, there are some slight alterations that happened to the plan when you got into the actual doing phase of things. Okay. Let's have a chat about the discussion section. The discussion section is going to be 1.5 to 2 pages depending on how long the other sections of your paper are. This section is important. Do not blow this off and wait until the last minute. The discussion section is where you explain the so what of your paper. What do your results mean? Why do they matter? How do they fit into the larger body of research? What are your recommendations for future researchers? And what are the limitations of your study? This is an important stage of the paper. Remember when we were in the literature review and I told you, as you're looking through papers, go straight to the discussion section and read that first. And if you find that discussion section relevant, then go back and read the rest of the paper. Okay, that is how important it is. This is the section that people will read. This is like the main course of your paper. Make sure that this section is good. You need to make sure that there are references in this discussion section because you are tying your research to previous research. Anytime you cite something, you need, or anything you reference something, anytime you reference something, let's try that for the 17th time, you need to include a citation. If you don't include a citation, then it's plagiarism. We do not want to get in trouble with plagiarism this late in the semester. There's a very good chance that your papers will be run through Turnitin.com, which means that it will flag any sections that are not cited properly. Please, please, please make sure that you include those citations so plagiarism is not an issue at this point in the semester. Okay, so you get through the final paper. It's Wednesday night. You turn it in. You celebrate by having a piece of pie or ice cream. We're celebrating with food. It's Christmas time. take a sigh of relief, and on Thursday morning, I highly recommend you complete those final peer evaluations. I know the final peer evaluations are not due until the 19th, but after the 12th, you have no more group work. So I highly recommend that you complete those final those final evaluations as soon as humanly possible. Why? Because you cannot pass this class without completing the final peer evaluations. I know, it's crazy, but you cannot. The way the course is set up, you cannot pass the class without completing those final peer evaluations. So do those as soon as possible. Press submit on that final paper and complete those peer evaluations. Unlike some other assignments, I'm not going to track you down if you do not submit it. I will simply give you a failing grade in the class, and I do not want to do that. So please submit those final peer evaluations. Write yourself a note, make yourself a t-shirt, tell your kids, put a reminder in your phone, complete those final peer evaluations as soon as humanly possible. Okay, let's move on to the research poster. The research poster is an individual assignment where you create a poster based on your final paper and project, and you have to create an explanation YouTube video filming it. I know, it's a two-parter. Oh wait, there's one more fun step. Then you have to post that to the discussion board and comment on your peers' posts. Okay, let's rewind. You have to create the poster. You have to create a screencast where you present the poster. Then you have to respond on the discussion board. It is major, but it's individual. And you need to do it. No late work will be accepted. I will not track you down. This is due on the 19th. Start working on it immediately. If you could get everything turned in by the 15th or 16th, then Christmas starts early. Let Christmas start early. Please let Christmas start early. I cannot tell you how many students have run into issues with the internet, the weather, going into labor, unexpected wedding, early Christmas plans, surprise vacation, honeymoon. The list is so long of things that come up at the end of the semester, and they're unable to complete this poster assignment. The poster is worth 50 points. That is a lot of points to miss. Do not miss that. So tell yourself, all of my assignments for 391 are due by the end of the day on the 16th. All of my assignments for 391 are due by the end of the day on the 16th. That gives you plenty of wiggle room. But do not forget to do it. Also, if you find yourself in a situation where the Google Live Air Hangouts is not working for you, the directions are included in the course of how to record that. Remind yourself, I do not have to record my screencast using this difficult to use program. It's actually not that difficult to use, but there is a delay, and students do find that frustrating. You can use any screencast program you want to record your poster presentation as long as it can be uploaded to YouTube, and then the link can be included in your discussion board post. So remind yourself of that. If you have something that you love to use or you're more comfortable with, ditch the one that's in the course and use whatever you like. Personally, I have a Mac and I use QuickTime Player for my screencast because it's easier than any other program. So start thinking about that, because I don't want you to be held up on Google Hangouts issues or Google Hangouts Air issues this late in the course. Okay, turn your assignments in early. Work on that final paper. There is no I in research. There is no I in research. Say it to yourself. Say it so often that your kids start to repeat it. My kids say there is no I in research. Actually, my Sunday school class says that too because I say that so often in gospel doctrine. There is no I in research. I will not use personal pronouns in my professional paper. I will complete my peer evaluation as soon as I can. Also, if you are having any troubles with your group members, please let me know as soon as possible. I would love to help you, especially as we go into this final paper. I want to make sure that everyone is participating. If someone is not participating or has not participated or doesn't answer emails, text messages, phone calls, etc., please let me know. I am happy to reach out to that person. I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Great luck. Best of luck on your final papers. I hope they go better than me speaking this afternoon.